Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased.
2 men were seen taking off in a black Nissan Maxima. Minutes later, one of the suspects was dropped off at a nearby fire station, later dying at the hospital.
The back window was completely busted, along with several bullet holes throughout the car. The latest information we got from Memphis police is that 2 males were shot and one of them died.
Now, what we're being told is that police were dispatched here about an hour ago after getting a call about gunshots being fired in the area. Now, what we do know right now is that police are reporting that 1 male victim was shot here on this scene. Now, again, the victim did not survive his injuries.
Now, I was just with him. Like, we was just smiling and shit. I had a show at school for the kids and shit. He stayed smiling and shit. He stayed smiling. Proud, let him know he proud of me and shit. Man, I called him early that morning. Probably woke him about his sleep about 8 in the morning. Like, woke him up. He like, we go to a gas station. He like, man, I'm finna go take my baby mom to the garage up. We just got this new house in Woo, man. So boom, I'm like, man, let nigga come with you. We finna go with you. You know what I'm saying? Brother, I'm finna go with you. He like, bro, I'm finna take. It's cause I can go anywhere he can go, so I knew what he was on. Like, I'm really think he trying to f something. It's early in the morning, man. He trying to catch something out. You know, I know my, but no, the homie said he came to the hood though. Like a couple of homies said he came to the hood before he died.
The once tight bond between Memphis rappers Moneybagg Yo and Big30 has crumbled into a heated rivalry, leaving fans and industry insiders stunned. Their unexpected fallout has intensified quickly, sparking concerns about possible real-life repercussions. Yo Gotti's collective music group has solidified itself as a dominant force in the Memphis rap scene, signing several major artists, including Moneybagg Yo, and leaving a lasting impact on the local hip-hop landscape. When Moneybagg Yo joined CMG in 2016, the decision stirred controversy due to deep-rooted tensions between North and South Memphis. As a South Memphis native signing with a label tied to North Memphis, his move sparked division among his affiliates. While some saw it as a smart career choice, others viewed it as a betrayal of his roots, potentially straining his relationships with fellow South Memphis artists, including Big30. In 2020, speculation emerged that Gucci Mane was interested in signing Big30 to his label. The rumors were fueled by Big30's growing presence in the Memphis rap scene and his strong ties to Pooh Shiesty, who was already part of the label. However, Big30 chose to stay loyal to Moneybagg's Bread Gang music group, a decision that would later influence his relationships with Moneybagg and Gucci. Big30's association with Pooh Shiesty played a pivotal role in his rise to fame. Their collaboration on Neighbors earned gold certification, solidifying his credibility in the industry. However, in January 2022, Pooh Shiesty was convicted on federal conspiracy charges and sentenced to over 5 years in prison, leaving Big30 to navigate his career without his closest collaborator.
Broad daylight bullets, 2 hit, over $500,000 in exotic cars. All of it on surveillance video obtained exclusively by 7 News from October in ultra-quiet Bay Harbor Island. And it involves a recording artist, Pooh Shiesty. The footage shows a McLaren sports car, Mercedes Maybach, and another Mercedes pull into this East Bay Harbor Drive condo parking lot. Men from the vehicles eventually get out and meet, and then this. The man in the white shirt has a pistol. The man in the black sweatshirt has a longer gun, and at about the same time, they begin firing before retreating back to the Maybach. The fancy getaway cars speed off, and one of 2 victims then hobbles to the car.
Aligning with CMG also placed Moneybagg Yo within the intricate landscape of Memphis street politics. The long-standing rivalry between North and South Memphis has escalated over the years, leading to real-world violence. This underlying tension may have played a role in fueling the ongoing conflict between him and Big30. Back in the day, Moneybagg was part of a crew called Young Mob alongside his associate Stupid Duke. However, when Moneybagg signed with Yo Gotti, Young Mob cut ties with him. What started as a rift over loyalty eventually escalated into a deadly feud between Young Mob and Yo Gotti. Around 2010, tensions flared when Young Mob affiliate OG Boo Dirty was beefing with Yo Gotti. One night, they crossed paths outside a club, and a heated argument broke out. As someone attempted to intervene, OG Big30 allegedly threw a punch, further escalating the situation. While the exact details remain unclear, both sides reportedly pulled out guns and opened fire, leaving one person dead. Both OG Big30 and Moneybagg are both from Walker homes in South Memphis, and at one point, Moneybagg even appeared in OG Big30's diss track video aimed at Yo Gotti. But to understand the root of the conflict, one name repeatedly comes up: Big Newski, a Memphis rapper and Moneybagg Yo signed artist. Big Newski was also Big30's cousin. Tragically, in January 2022, he was shot and killed at the New Horizon River Apartments on Cassandra Road around 7 p.m.
That's right, Daryl. I am at the New Horizon River Apartments in the 3000 block of Kazaza. Now, what we're being told is that police were dispatched here about an hour ago after getting a call about gunshots being fired in the area. Now, what we do know right now is that police are reporting that one male victim was shot here on this scene. Now, again, the victim did not survive his injuries. Now, we're here on the scene right now, but we cannot seem to get too close to the scene. As we walk up to the area, police they're turning us around when we try to get up to the area. You can hear the officer right now telling us that we can't come to the gate. What we're seeing are some cars back here behind the gate. Can't really see visually the vehicles, but we do see the flashing lights. There are no blue lights on the scene, but we do see white flashing lights. You see the officers right now telling us that we have to back up and back away from the scene. Now, what we're learning right now here on Fox 13 is that the victim is 26 years old. The victim who's pronounced dead is 26 years old. Again, police on the scene in the 3000 block of Kazaza in Whitehaven at New Horizon River Apartment.
Memphis police reported that when the gunfire ceased, a 26-year-old man, Big Newski, was found dead. Speculation surrounding his murder quickly spread, with rumors suggesting it was linked to his association with Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, who was later convicted for Young Dolph's homicide.
Good evening, everybody. We're breaking into programming right now as the judge in the trial of Justin Johnson, that's the man accused of killing Young Dolph, has reached a verdict. Now, this is a live look into the courtroom right now as the jury has made its way back into the jury box there. Justin Johnson is facing several charges in the death of Young Dolph. Johnson was one of 3 people charged, but he's the only person on trial right now. The jury can find Johnson guilty or not guilty on 3 different charges. Number 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. 2, first-degree murder. And the 3rd, a convicted felon in possession of a firearm.
Straight Drop also had connections to Yo Gotti and CMG, and according to his co-defendant, Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook, was the one who financed the hit.
Assistant DA Paul Hagerman says Yo Gotti's late brother, Big Jook, put out a $100,000 hit for whoever killed Young Dolph, then met with the 2 suspects before the shooting.
On January 13th, 2024, Big Jook was attending a repass after a relative's funeral in Memphis, Tennessee. Around 4:15 p.m., an officer nearby heard gunshots and arrived at the scene to find 2 victims with multiple gunshot wounds. Big Jook was critically injured and later pronounced dead at the hospital, while the second victim survived in stable condition.
At least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now, I'm also learning there was a second person who was shot and was also taken to the hospital. It has not been confirmed who the second person is, but we do know it is a man, and he was airlifted to Regional 1 in critical condition. Now, the Memphis Police Department spoke with us today in a press conference. Let's listen.
Right now, we do have video that we're analyzing, but we don't have a clear suspect identified at this time. but we know that a weapon was used, a firearm was used in this incident. We do feel like the individual that was shot was possibly targeted by the suspect.
Can you tell us whether one of the victims is Yo Gotti's brother?
I can't confirm anything yet.
Now, again, at least 5 police sources confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Big Jook, again, is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, according to police, there is at least one shooter, but there may be more involved.
Though the real reason for Newski's murder remains unconfirmed, details later emerged amid Moneybagg Yo and Big30's fallout, hinting that Newski may have been caught up in street dealings unrelated to him. At the time of Newski's death, both Moneybagg Yo and Big30 were close to him. Bag shared multiple broken heart emojis in tribute, while Big30 was reportedly with Newski just an hour before he was killed.
Now I was just with him. Like, we were just smiling and shit. I had a show at school for the kids and shit. He stayed smiling and shit. He stayed smiling and let him know he proud of me and shit. Yeah.
30 later dropped a tribute track, Newski Living, while still signed to Moneybagg Yo, suggesting that their relationship was intact. However, in hindsight, signs of tension may have already been present. It was rumored that only Big30 attended Newski's funeral, and another red flag appeared when Moneybagg Yo revealed a mural at his home featuring his label members, except for Big30. Some speculated that Newski's murder was a direct consequence of Moneybagg's beef, though no solid evidence initially supported this claim. However, months later, Big30's associate Cheese Dalla was shot and killed in the same neighborhood where Newski died. In 2024, 2 young mob members, Muhammad Samba and Quentin Moss, were charged with the murder.
Hey Shay, at this time we're still working to determine the motive for the shooting, but I can tell you the scene is still very active. Hours after that shooting, I'm going to step out of the way to give you a look at what we're seeing. As you can see, members of Memphis Police Crime Scene Unit and detectives, they have been in this parking lot of the McDonald's where the shooting occurred since about 6:30 this evening. Right now, a vehicle that was believed to be connected to the shooting was towed away minutes before you came to me. But when we first arrived on the scene, we saw a silver car that appeared to be a Honda Sonata shot up. The back window was completely busted, along with several bullet holes throughout the car. The latest information we got from Memphis police is that 2 males were shot and one of them died. It appeared that this crime scene is pretty widespread, considering that police have also put caution tape around the shopping center that is across the street from this McDonald's. Back out here live, MPD says they do not have any information about a possible suspect, but I can tell you we've seen several surveillance cameras at this McDonald's behind me, which will likely make a huge difference.
Investigators linked the killing to an incident in May 2023, when young mob affiliates Stupid Duke and Paul Nelson opened fire on Moneybagg artist Tripstar at Tug's Casual Grill in Harbortown.
Flashing blue lights, crime scene tapes surrounding a Harbortown shopping center, an unfamiliar sight on a busy Saturday night around dinner time.
I'm shaken that my mother, my 85-year-old mother, was running, panting.
Here's what Memphis police tell us took place. Around 7:30, officers showed up after getting word shots were fired inside Tug's Casual Grill. When police arrived, they found 2 off-duty out-of-state officers inside the restaurant. While clearing the building, they heard a loud crash, discovering a man had fallen through the ceiling of the kitchen. In a report, police referred to him as both a victim and a suspect. He was detained, telling investigators he was on a date, eating with his girlfriend on the front porch of the restaurant when a black car pulled up. 2 people got out and chased him into the restaurant. He went into the bathroom and climbed into the ceiling, trying to escape. Detectives located a gun in the bathroom along with 22 spent shell casings next to the weapon. 2 men were seen taking off in a black Nissan Maxima. Minutes later, one of the suspects was dropped off at a nearby fire station, later dying at the hospital. Police called the case an attempted robbery.
Rumors suggest that Moneybagg's feud with Young Mob played a role in sparking the ongoing conflict. Young Dolph was once connected with a crew called Trula Mafia and was especially close to one of its members, J Money, who had a notorious reputation in the city, and at just 18, he was charged with allegedly killing one of his own friends. However, he beat the case and shifted his focus to music. He and Dolph began collaborating in the studio, and rumors circulated that J Money was on the verge of signing with Dolph's label. But in 2016, tragedy struck when J Money was shot and killed outside a club. J Money's death was a huge blow to Trula Mafia, leading to internal conflicts. One major dispute was reportedly over a woman. Trula affiliate Big Scar was allegedly involved with the same girl as J Money's brother, D Money. This tension caused Scar and several others to break away and form their own crew, Rich and Ruthless, also known as Double R. The rivalry between Trula Mafia and Double R escalated when a Double R member, BG, started beefing with a Trula affiliate, C-Mode. BG had been taunting C-Mode on social media, and one night while he was riding around with fellow Double R member 2-3, their car was ambushed. BG was killed on the spot, while 2-3 barely survived. The shooters were allegedly C-Mode and his associates, Zay and Go Crazy. However, only Go Crazy was convicted. C-Mode was locked up for a separate case, while Zay remained on the streets until he was later killed, with rumors pointing to Double R's involvement. In retaliation, Trula Mafia allegedly struck back and killed 2-3. After J Money's death, his brother D Money remained active in Trula Mafia, but was eventually killed as well. Allegedly, an affiliate of Double R named Big Unk was responsible for the hit. Some claim Big Unk was actually from KSBG, but had ties to Double R. The feud between Double R and Trula Mafia reached its peak, which made it all the more shocking when young Dolph signed Big Unk to his label. While Dolph had been aligned with Trula Mafia when J Money was alive, he grew closer to Double R after the split. Although Dolph stayed out of the beef, many questioned his decision to sign the man rumored to have killed his former ally's brother. Though unconfirmed, speculation suggests that Moneybagg was facing pressure from his former crew, leading him to align with KSBG members like Big30 and Newski.